I'm here with Nevada Mareno, who just announced her verbal commitment to Stanford and carved a nice pumpkin honoring that commitment as well. Uh, can you tell us a little bit about what other schools you were considering and what made you choose Stanford?
Um, I took visits to Providence, NC State, Oregon, and Stanford, so I did those four. And I mean, in the end, it was really like the toughest decision like I've ever made. But I think it came down to um, I'm a lot more than a runner. Like I think I've only been running for years, so it always been a dream of mine to go to Stanford, and so I wanted to kind of stay true to myself and pick a school that offered the most to me as a whole person.
How old were you when you first started to have a dream to go to Stanford?
Probably like middle school. I mean, before then I probably had no idea what it was really,
Yeah.
but kind of just like the age where you kind of like the first like hauntings of college come upon you. So
What was it like to see this past weekend? They ran really well at Pac-12s, and they famously had a great recruiting class last year, and all the freshman girls were able to go in and contribute right away. What was your initial reaction when you saw that?
yeah, it's really encouraging to see because especially with such a large freshman class, like you can tell they're each like getting the attention they need, the support they need from the team. And just to see, like when I was there, Coach Milton, Coach Liz kept, reiterating like, when you're here as a freshman, like there's no pressure, there's no expectations. You're here just to kind of like get to know the program, get to know the girls, get comfortable with our training program. So to see that, they're probably not even really like in like their most intense mindset, just see how well they're performing. I think it's really encouraging to know like it must just be a good atmosphere and good team to train with.
What are some of the events that the Stanford program sees you contributing in on the track your freshman year?
Yeah, for me, I think most all the coaches I talked to, they kind of said it was like up in the air. But they would all try to keep, especially like Coach Liz said, they would try to keep me 1,500 freshman year, keep me, to the shortest event as possible. And also, I'm really interested in trying the steeple. So they said like they also saw that I could like potentially have the future there. But that's kind of a thing. Like it'll be, I think it'll be kind of obvious the first time. I've never even jumped over a hurdle or
Yeah.
um, as said before. Like, but I think like it'll be kind of obvious. Like I'll either have the um, knack for it or not. So that'll be fun to try. But I think freshman year, I'll try to avoid the 5K as much as I can in track season.
Do you see yourself moving up to a 5K eventually, or it just kind of depends how it goes in other events?
Yeah, I think probably if you had asked me last year or sophomore year, I would never ever say that I was meant for a 5K. But this year, like I'm starting to really enjoy like my tempo runs and stuff like that. So yeah, it might end up being 5K.
Uh, for the steeplechase, will you wait on that to try it in college, or will we see you do the steeplechase maybe at New Balance outdoors this year?
I think I'll probably have to wait on it because there's like in North Carolina we don't really do anything with the steeple. I think there's like one meet we have that even has a steeple set up. So there's no way I can really practice. I maybe might start doing some hurdle drills or something, but other than that, I'll probably just stick to the flat track events.
Got it. Uh, what's your mood and your emotional state like right now? It's been a busy couple months going all across the country, visiting different schools, probably missing a lot of high school, missing some of your own training. How's it feel to be able to refocus now?
Yeah, it's super nice to be able to refocus. Like I had missed more school like in the first 2 months of this year of my senior year than I had like the entire my entire high school before that. So it was pretty stressful to miss that much, and especially it really affected my training. Like I had gone to my visits like, oh, like I'll be able to get this workout in, and I can do this day. But when you're there, it's pretty tough to like you're not rested as well as you might want to be, and with all the flying, especially since I went out to the West Coast and stuff, it's tough to like stay super motivated. Like when you're just like in a fun environment, you want to like be relaxed and get to see as much as you can. So now that it's like all decided, even just in like the past 2 weeks, like my training's been, I don't even, it's like it's like jumped. Like I think just the relief has been a really significant overall.
And is that partly why you didn't race as much this year too?
Yeah, I didn't want to. I didn't want to rush my training at all, and I knew that if there was like a date or a race or something that I would know I'd have to go up to and show up to, and people would have expectations for me based on what I did like last year at that meet. I knew I might overdo my training a little bit, get a little bit ahead of myself. So I figured if I didn't have many races or things where there'd be expectations, I would be able to relax a little bit more, and it actually worked. So.
And you're the top returner back to Foot Locker. Are you planning to make a run at Foot Locker regionals again, or are you looking at the NXN regionals?
For now, the plan is to do Foot Locker. I've considered Nike a little bit just because I think I didn't get to do that before, and it would be fun. But for now, the plan is to stick to Foot Locker and just see how that goes. Yeah.
Gotcha. What's your focus right now? I know you just had your region meet, so you have your state meet coming up, and then the postseason qualifying meets. Do you take it one race at a time? Are you focusing on state right now, or are you thinking about later in the postseason?
Yeah, right now I'm focusing a little bit more on the postseason. Like, obviously, I'm going to give the respect to my state meet that it deserves, and I'll make sure that I taper Thursday and Friday for it. It's a Saturday, so. But at this point, since I got a little bit behind on my training, I'm trying to get as much as I can in this week and the next week, because it's really the only, I only have maybe 2.5, 3 more weeks to, where my workouts will actually be benefiting me come Foot Locker time. So trying to fit in as much as I can, but not overdo it. So.
How does it feel to think about next year when you're not going to be alone doing a lot of this stuff anymore and be surrounded by a group of girls who can really push you?
I'm really excited. Yeah. Like today, my dad came out with me in the morning, so he'll help me with my morning runs and stuff. And then after school today, I just drive myself out to the trail and coach myself. And I'm like, "You're doing good, Nevada." So it's just me, but yeah, I think it'll be really nice having some eyes on me and being able to assess how I'm doing in workouts and stuff, because sometimes I feel like, you're just going easy on yourself, you can finish this up, or sometimes it's the opposite, I'll finish workout and be like, oh, now I'm going to be ruined for tomorrow, because I think I'm just really excited to have other people take the lead, do the pacing for me, or have a coach decide that's enough or you can do more.
What was the most unexpectedly fun thing that happened on your visit to Stanford?
My visit to Stanford, I didn't get to see it because I was working on submitting my application and stuff, but they said that there's some you can launch there's some catapult thing that you can launch a person. I don't even know what they were talking about, but all the guys team wanted to show some of the recruits this catapult, but I don't know what it was. it sounded like something they would have, but and all the names of their dorms are really funny. I stayed with Christina Aragon, and hers was, the name of her hall was Cedro. So they have a theme for each dorm. So hers was Ced Rotisserie Chicken, which was really funny. There was just eggs and
funny.
chickens everywhere.
Nice.